And good Wednesday afternoon, everybody. Uh, Due to Facebook Live, once again, and all their infinite wisdom of being one of the crappiest places to do live videos, we're going to continue this with just a recording. So I'll interact with everybody after I upload the video. It'll be uploaded to YouTube instead of Facebook as well. So that's where you'll be watching this from. So right now, let's get started. You're looking at future radar starting at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning, and there's going to be a good deal of light rain around the area. We'll zoom in here, and I'm going to put this into motion, and this will go through midnight Wednesday night, from 4 a.m. tomorrow morning to midnight Wednesday night. And as we put it in motion, you can see over here, here's your time scale, date February 4th, 4:01 a.m. And I've slowed the loop speed down so that it's not so fast, but it's still kind of fast. So you can bear with me now as we get into Tuesday afternoon, 1:40 p.m. or so. You can see we get a break, and this could be in part due to the earlier morning rains kind of stabilizing the atmosphere, but at the same time, the cloud cover is going to limit daytime instability, aka surface heating during the day. So that is why the severe threat risk level has been lowered for much of the area. And now we'll go ahead and advance this again now, and still see some light showers and little fingers up here, but nothing that would even warrant a marginal risk up in this area for tomorrow afternoon. So let's move it forward again, and as you can see, this is 7:52 p.m. Tomorrow night. So there's still some light showers in the area, and this will be the rule, with the exception of the break during the early to mid-afternoon hours. This will be the rule, just passing light showers. And then as we move forward now, we start to get into the early morning hours, and this is the new run. This is the 18 Zulu run of the NAM 3K. You start to see a little more heavier activity start to develop, but nothing overall concerning. And at 6 a.m. you start to see a little sign of things to come. And I'll zoom out here, and you can see that there's a trough of low pressure out here, and that's going to eject to the northeast. And you'll see that here in a second as I run a loop again. We're at 6 a.m. Wednesday morning, and again 9:05 a.m. Nothing really too concerning, just again light passing showers. Still some big thunderstorm activity. Philadelphia, Mississippi, up on the north side of Tuscaloosa, and west of Birmingham, but nothing much down here. And then we'll go ahead and punch it forward again, and 11:15 a.m. Wednesday morning, you can see some of this heavier activity starting to move in, and I have p-typing, precipitation typing on, so you see the wintry mix and the snowfall moving through the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex and Oklahoma up there. But again, that's not going to get to us. Right now we're concerned with any potential threat for severe weather. So we'll move this forward again in time, and as you can see, during the afternoon, a lot more coverage of light rains begins to occur, and some heavier showers and thunderstorms starting to develop across the state line, and here in southwest Louisiana and southern Vermilion Parish, and down here through Morgan City and that area, Patterson area, but nothing really of note, severe-wise. This stuff out here in the Gulf, down by the mouth of the Mississippi River, that may have some issues once it moves into Mobile and Pensacola areas. It could also be some issues with water spouts coming ashore down here at the boot. So towboaters and oil field workers, Wednesday morning and afternoon is going to be kind of rocky. So again, we'll move this forward now, and as you can see, very quickly over the time span of about an hour, hour and a half, some big thunderstorms start to develop and move northeast through the area. And so basically from around noon, lunchtime, as we get into the early afternoon, it's going to be prime time for anything. You can see again, big thunderstorms out here out in the Gulf. We have the same here. Again, potentially tornado threat, I would say, is very low at this point. The main threat would be strong, localized, damaging winds, downburst type winds, and possibly some large hail with the bigger updrafts. So again, we'll move this forward again, and 3:40, you can still see some heavier showers and thunderstorms across southeast Louisiana. 4:30 p.m. still about the same, and that this area here isn't moving a whole lot. Again, we'll move this forward again, and you can see some flare-ups and pulsing of these thunderstorms as they develop and then die out a little bit, and then they redevelop and strengthen. 7:35 p.m. still the same, and then down there at Port Fourchon and Dulac, Grand Isle, you're going to be under the gun as you get into the early evening hours, and that'll be where your slight risk of severe weather is hatched at this time. And so again, even tomorrow night after dark, we're still seeing some thunderstorm activity across the area, and the front that's over here, we'll already be in the front here in southwest Louisiana. The front will have already passed us. So again, looking at 10:13 p.m. Wednesday night, still some big thunderstorms coming ashore across the coastal parishes and bottom of the boot there, and still some moderate thunderstorm activity, Tangipahoa, Washington Parish there. And we'll run this out again, and you can see 11:30 Wednesday night, still some really big thunderstorms. You could potentially see some very high rainfall totals down there in this area, because what looks to be happening now is heavy thunderstorms are going to be training over this area. So prepare for nuisance flooding of low-lying areas, roads that typically flood. You get 2 to 3, 4 inches of rain in a short period of time. This is what you'll be dealing with in addition to the severe threat. So, and then we'll punch it up midnight as far out as we can see now, with 18 Zulu running the NAM 3 kilometer. You still see there's still some heavy thunderstorms along the coastal parishes there, moving into southern Mississippi and over here into the Florida Panhandle. So again, as we look off to the west here, still some rain activity out there, but even if this comes in after the frontal passage, we're not going to see any white stuff. So again, that's pretty much a given at this point. No white stuff with this. So now what I'll do is I'll take away the future radar. Let's punch in midnight Wednesday night temperatures, and let's see here. Actually, this is 12 p.m. today. Front's not going to pass through here until, let's see, Wednesday. See what's happening at 7 a.m. Wednesday. Okay, so frontal passages occurring through the northern and western part of the state around 7 a.m. Wednesday morning. I'll turn the probe on and you can see Baton Rouge 66, mid to upper 60s. New Orleans mid 60s. Slidell 64, 65. Bugaloo and Picayune right around 65, 66, 65 around Macomb, Brookhaven. Lafayette, low 60s for you. Lake Charles, early Wednesday morning. The front is already moving through your area. So again, from what I posted on the live video feed, that was the previous model runs data. So now we've got brand new model data that we're looking at here, and we're seeing a different time frame as far as frontal arrival into the area. So let's take a look now and we'll see what noon on Wednesday brings. And again, the front is still slow to move. It is moving, but albeit it's moving slowly. So again, we're still in the up right around 70 degrees on Wednesday afternoon in Baton Rouge, Baker, Zachary, Slaughter, right around 69, 70 degrees. And front will be moving through Upper Point Capee and Upper West Feliciana. So you've already started the fall in temperatures. Lafayette, you're just about there right around noon Wednesday. Here in Lake Charles, we're going to right around 50. Here in Jennings, mid 50s. DeRidder 46. Bunkie, right around 56. Alexandria, you're already in the upper 40s by noon Wednesday. Shreveport, right around 40 or upper 30s. Over in Katy, Texas, there's a reason why I plot Katy. Houston, right around 40, 41 degrees. Beaumont, you're in the mid to low 40s already. So again, the front continues to move through, and then we'll look at let's go to 4 p.m. on Wednesday. Again, you'll still see the same picture. This front is literally almost stalled, but it's moving very slowly. And here in Jennings, temperature continues to slowly fall, about 51. Lake Charles, you're already in the mid 40s still. DeRidder, 44. Leesville, 42. Alexandria, 40 and about 49. Shreveport, 41. So Monroe, 46. Natchez, 54. So again, you see the progression of the front. And remember I showed you on the future radar, we focused on this area right in here, and then again down here. So with the slow forward speed of the front, you get these training of storms. And where the heaviest storms develop are where you're going to see the higher rainfall totals, and you'll see that footprint. I'll post that up a couple of times, and then once when this event is over, and you'll see the heavy rainfall footprint totals, and you'll see a swath of wherever those heavy rain bands set up. So that's something we'll be watching for as well. Now we move to 6 o'clock Wednesday afternoon, and you can still see basically the same picture. Behind the front, temperatures continue to fall. mainly up here to the north is where you're seeing the forward progression more, but not so much down here. It's almost trying to go zonal, but it's still linear to an extent. So now we'll go to 8 o'clock Wednesday night, and we'll take a look at again, very slow to move on the front, but it's coming. Temperatures continue to fall. You see Baton Rouge 65, 66 degrees. So everybody in the yellows in the 60s, low to mid 60s. Darker oranges there, you'll see upper 60s. New Orleans, you're still pushing almost 70 degrees at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So come summertime, you're gonna wish you was in the 60s at 8 o'clock at night. It'll still be in the 90s. Again, we'll push this forward again another 2 hours, and we'll see what the front is doing. And finally, at 10 o'clock tomorrow night, the front is finally moving through Baton Rouge, and your temperature is dropping pretty quickly. You'll have about a 10-degree temperature drop, around 54 degrees at 10 o'clock tomorrow night. That's if this particular model verifies. As you see, it differs from run to run, and as we get closer, things will start to become more consistent, and with timing and intensity of the rainfall and any severe weather threat. So again, here's your progression, and Jennings, we'll already be in the mid 40s here by then. 42 in Lake Charles, DeRidder 41, Fort Polk 41, Manny 40, Katy, you're on in the upper 30s. Houston, upper 30s. Beaumont, Port Arthur, pushing the 30s. So again, it's coming. 47 Brookhaven, 49 in Macomb, Woodville 46, Crosby 46, Natchez 44, 45 degrees. Alexandria right on 45. And so we'll go to the last frame at midnight Wednesday night, and the front still hasn't got to New Orleans yet, but you can see right around 66 degrees in New Orleans, 67 degrees in New Orleans at midnight Wednesday night, and Baton Rouge, you're in the upper 40s. So you're looking at nearly a 20-degree temperature differential between Baton Rouge and New Orleans at midnight Wednesday night. So that's pretty much on the weather, the temperature side of things. Now we'll go back and we'll look at the severe weather threat risk areas, and there's your marginal risk for tomorrow, and the light green is just general thunderstorms, non-severe thunderstorm activity, which I don't think we'll see much in the way of thunderstorms. We could see a few here and there, but for the most part, it's going to be overnight Wednesday. Then we see everybody gets in on the marginal risk, and then your what I showed you on the future radar there. This area down here, and I would venture to guess that if the model trends continue to be consistent, I would probably see this slight risk shifted a little bit more back to the west, probably like this. New Orleans, you would get in on it. Home up here part in those areas would get in on the severe weather threat, at least the slight risk part of it. So I don't see as far as the models go, I don't see much of a severe weather threat. But again, this is all conditional on if we don't get any good breaks in the clouds that allow surface heating and therefore allowing the atmosphere to destabilize and have an increase in instability. If that happens, then all bets are off, and we've seen before on a marginal 5%, 2% risk. I think it was February 7th of 2017. Things went bananas. We had EF3s popping all over the place. There was a death down there at Convent from a tornado. Mobile home park or campground, whatever it was, took a direct hit, and that resulted in one fatality. Again, and those of you in the group, you see that cover photo of that radar image. That is from that day. That is a classic hook echo. That was an EF3 tornado that rolled through southern Tangipahoa Parish. So again, it's not out of the realm of possibility. You never know with these things. Mother Nature's a finicky woman. She does what she wants, not what the PhDs in atmospheric science say she's going to do. She does what she wants when she wants, and that's something that we all need to keep in mind. This could turn out to be a click, or it could be a bang. And weather safety and awareness and education is something that I push constantly. Know the difference between a watch and a warning. Watch covers a large area. It means conditions are favorable for the development of severe thunderstorms or tornadoes in and close to the watch area. A warning, whether it be severe thunderstorm or tornado warning, covers a very small area, and that means severe weather is occurring or imminent, and you need to take shelter immediately if you get a warning for your specific area. So again, go into the photo albums on both pages, Jeff Davis Parish Weather and Southeast Louisiana Storm Spotters pages. Go into the photo album section. There are severe weather awareness infographics. Know them like the back of your hand. It could save your life, literally, knowing that information. So again, I'm going to go ahead and end this broadcast and get it finished and uploaded, and I'll answer any questions once I get it uploaded to YouTube. I won't bother to upload it to Facebook for obvious reasons. They kill any kind of HD quality of video, so I'll share the link from YouTube. So that's it for now. This is Joe DiGregorio. Thank you for watching, and we'll check in with you again later. Thanks for watching.